Hello, Danielle here again for our next Reckon hosted tutorial. This one is on creating sales. You may think as a church that you don't have sales, but every bit of income that you get is entered into Reckon as a sale. So your offertory, whether it's coming in envelope form or in plate at church, whether it's direct deposit straight into your bank account, is all classed as a sale. You may have a rental property or rent out your rectory. That rental income is classed as a sale. Mainly music, op shop sales. Any money coming in is a sale. All right, I use create sales receipts. So we will click on here. Now we are going to enter the sale and deposit it into our bank account in one transaction, one screen. So what you will need are any offertory sheets and print off a bank listing from the internet. All of you should be using internet banking. If you're still writing checks, you should still be able to access your banking online to at least print off statements and transactions and see if your checks have been presented and check the balance at any time. So customers, very much like bills, you could either type in or you can use a drop down. So when I am entering, so all of these, I start at the first date and just work my way through the bank transactions. So our first deposit for the month was actually from the Sunday service. We only have one parish or one centre. We don't have any smaller out centres. So any money that's coming from a Sunday service, I put under the customer of Bairnsdale. All right, so tab along. Now this is tabbing to print preview. Don't want that. Custom sales receipt will be the next. So you will get in the habit of typing in Bairnsdale or direct or rent, haul height, whatever, and then tab. 3 tabs will get you to the date. Now the date of this deposit was the 3rd, again, just the 38th. Sale number, leave that alone. Quickbooks Reckon, that will start you off with number 1 and just keep you going through. Sold to Bairnsdale, I don't need their address and all of their details. I know who they are. Okay, what I now have here is my offertory sheet. Now all of these items have been created already. We will go through that another time. Okay, so for the moment, I had some envelopes. So this was our first service of the day, $2.65. Now all of the income that we're receiving is GST free. So the tax code here is free, GST free. Again, just like your bills, you've got a few to choose from. What you will be choosing is free or GST. The majority will be free. Okay, next service of the day. We had some plate. Now, as you can see here, I am typing in a line for literally every line and where there's money on my offertory sheet. I'm not adding the whole lot together saying, okay, $980 is our total that was banked. I'm not just entering $980. It needs to be split up to where it was from, because you will see that it's not just all offertory. Now I could be adding up these plate ones and the envelope ones, but because I'm putting them in as I see them on this offertory sheet, if I'm not getting the same total at the bottom of my screen here as I am on the offertory sheet, it's easier for me to look through here to make sure that I'm matching. Okay, so that's my offertory. We have some missions donations, and our missions for the month of August is Aboriginal Ministry. Now, this is why I didn't just put in a bulk amount of all offertories, because this money is not all offertories. And we had some donations for our tapers. Okay, so my figure here matches my offertory sheet, and it will be getting banked into our NAB check account. And again, like your bills page, always keep this one ticked, and I will save and view. Okay, back to my... Now, what I would suggest, excuse me, is just to put a little mark next to that on your banking transaction that you've printed off, just so that you know what you've entered. Now, the rest of these that I'm going to enter for the moment are all direct offertories. Now, my customer I have chosen as direct deposit. Although parishioners' names do come up on my banking transaction, I'm not putting their names in the system because, well, all offertory should be anonymous. So any direct offertory, I have a customer called direct deposit. Okay, and this was all banked on the 3rd. And these are going to be called direct. And that's the description that I have set up in my item. The bank account will stay the same. If I put it in once, it will stay the same until I close it and open it again. So for your first entry, always check it. After that, don't. Or you can, but no need. Direct. Okay, you get the gist. Now you might receive some money from your Mainly Music. Do I not have Mainly Music? Huh. Okay. Mainly Music. I should have a Mainly Music in there. So, Mainly Music. Oh, it's in the supplier list. Okay, so they don't like you to have a supplier and a customer with exactly the same name. So, maybe just pop a full stop at the end of it. I will fast add them. Okay, so Mainly Music. I may get some money from Mainly Music. And then in here, I should have Mainly Music. Okay, and I would pop in what I get from them. Okay, I'm not going to enter that because I don't actually have any for the moment. You may have some hall hire. Hall hire. Anything that your parish will receive money for, you should have a customer set up other than direct debit, and lots of items to where your money goes. So our parish, we have Archdeacon Brenda Burney, so we do receive an Archdeacon's allowance. So if I was popping that in, my customer would be the diocese, Anglican diocese, and we're getting the Archdeacon allowance. What else do we have in here? Oh, random. So when you purchase your calendars, you could have lectionaries in here. I don't think we do. Our Jono's op shop pay us a contribution and an assessment share. All the different missions. the different types of offertories, people paying for the paper. We have some books. So you need an item to go with each of your income streams. Now I will clear that. Now, because I've entered those few entries and they've all gone into the bank already, that's it. I don't actually need to do anything else with them at all. I've created a sale and I have banked it all in one transaction. Very simple. I know some parishes like to just choose to use record deposits. So we'd say a direct deposit. See, I don't even know how this works. The thing I don't like about, so I can just put a direct deposit straight into, into direct deposits. What I don't like about it, you can't track GST in here. Okay, so please don't use this. All right. Okay, do I want to record this? No, I don't. Okay, don't use that just to record your sales. Can't use GST. If I needed to invoice somebody was having a party in our hall and I was invoicing them prior for the hall use and their insurance, I would create an invoice. So let's say Alcoholics Anonymous, they're not having a party, but they are hiring out the hall. Okay, so here I could even pop in some dates. A little. Okay, they're hiring it out 3 times at $60 a time. Now, some parishes do charge GST on their hall hire. Some don't. I'm going to say this one's not. Okay, so $180. And I'm going to email that to them. I don't need to print it. Now, it may say, now I'm going to save this because I can actually delete it and I will show you how to void a transaction or change a transaction. All right, so I'm going to save and close. It'll probably tell me I don't have an email address, so I will just pop my email address there for the moment. All right, so I have an invoice in here. Now, a week later, they have paid. It's showing up on my bank statement. They've popped the money straight into the bank. So this is where I would go to receive payment. So again, we're following the arrow, receive payments, and I'm going to receive it from Alcoholics Anonymous. Whatever they owe you will pop up down here. Now they have paid the full amount of $180. They paid a week after I got it. They paid by electronic funds transfer. If they paid by check, choose check. If they gave you cash, choose cash. Okay, and that was deposited into our check account. And I would save and close. Again, no need, all right, I'm not going to record this. No need to use this record deposits. Just forget it's there. We don't even need it. So you invoice somebody, you receive their payment, and you bank it at the same time. Even if it's sat in your safe for a couple of days, if it was a check, still say that you've put it in the bank because you will have it in the bank within that month. And with our create receipts, we are popping money straight in. Now, let's say I didn't want that invoice. I invoiced them. They rang me the next day and said, sorry, due to COVID, we can't hire out your hall. Because I know I've just invoiced them, I'll click on invoices and I'm just going to say previous, and there they are, right there. If they had phoned me 2 weeks later and I had invoiced 30 people after that, quickest way to get to them is to go to customer center. So either customers there or customer center. Here they are here, and it shows me that they have a balance. There's their tax invoice. So I'm going to double click on their tax invoice. I am now going to go to edit. Now I could delete that tax invoice altogether, which I will do today because I've only created it for an example. If it was a legit invoice that I had put into my system and I needed to cancel it, I would actually just choose void the tax invoice, because all it will do is wipe out all of these figures to zero. The number still remains, and then when you're getting your review or your audit, you would still have a list of invoices all in numerical order. We're not going to jump from 19, 20, 22, and then your auditor says, oh, what happened to invoice 21? Oh, I deleted it. Well, why did you delete it? So actually, I will just void this myself. Now it does come up down here with a memo, void, and you can type in why you voided it. So you could say they cancelled the hall hire, and I'm going to say this was a test invoice. All of this is now zero. I'm going to save and close. I've changed the transaction. Are you sure you want to change it? Yes. Oh, okay. Can't email it. So I will, okay. I will untick that. Okay, so we're now back to the customer center. They owe us nothing. The invoice is still there, but it's zero. All right, so we are creating sales, or we are creating invoices and receiving payments. If by chance you have entered a sale or entered anything and you realize you've made a mistake, you've gone back through your banking listings and you went, oh, that person, they're giving was $50, not $500. You can easily change things in here. So click on, sorry, I need to speak before I click. Click on sales receipts. You can just previous back to the one that you need to change. I'm not going to go back to the 7th because I have reconciled all of that. Okay, so the 8th, and I can just click on in there anywhere. So, oh, these people actually tithed $200, not $20. That was silly. And I'll say save and close. They'll say you've changed the transaction. Would you like to record it? Yeah, I will. Now, clearly that's not right. So I'm just going to quickly jump back into there. Previous, that's the one. And it was in fact 20. And save and close. Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. So if you've made a mistake, find the transaction, find the sales receipt, find the invoice, and just go into that document and change it. Don't delete it and create a whole new one. Just change it and save your changes. Very easy. Okay, I hope that all makes sense. Thanks for watching. Bye. See you next time.